Hey dude, what do we got there?
A red car.
Does it work?
No.
Do we need to fix it up?
Yeah.
What do we need to do first?
Scrape off the bug.
All right, let's clean off all the bugs. So I'm gonna take this old power supply and I'm gonna cut it just to see, well, I wanna see if the motors still work. So white is positive, black is negative. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hook it up real quick and hit it with an 18 volt. This was a 12 volt system. Okay, well, step back, buddy. I don't want you to get hurt here. Just keep these separated. Okay, one works. Go back. Okay, so we got one motor seems to work. Looks like we need to replace the other one. When I took everything apart, what I found was these tires are pretty much discontinued. So this is going to make this build a little bit more challenging, especially when it comes to finding the components I'm going to use. But the cool thing about this is when it's all said and done, it should be a lot easier to replace parts, because I do want to make this into a burnout car. So I expect us to replace the wheels regularly. And then since I'm exposing everything and getting full control of it, it might give me the ability to have some fun and make some new cool features, but we'll see.
Okay, how about this? You get the very dirty parts and I get the shiny parts.
Okay, buddy, that seems fair. These headlights were drilled out, but there is nothing in them. So now we put 18 volts LED lights. Odin wanted to change the color of the Corvette drift car into the same black that we used for the Mega Nerf cannon. So we're taking the components apart. He's pulling stickers. Okay, you're gonna scrape off some stickers, and then we're painting each piece black one at a time to make this thing flat black. All right, so since this car is discontinued, we can't find the exact tires, which are around 10 inches. The smallest tires that I could find that would be slick enough were the Jeep Wranglers. And those are, I think it's 11.25, and those tires are coming. So to make this fit, I need to cut the wheel well out so that way they can fit that size tires. And then I'm gonna be eventually going over the wheel driver as well. So the way that I'm doing this is I put a piece of string, I marked where I'm at my 6 inches, because I wanna cut this out to be 12. So what I'll do here is I'm just gonna loop it around my Sharpie, so that way I have myself a little bit of a rig. And then I'm gonna just go through and draw out. Odin, he was the one who was in charge of the design. Hey, what was the theme of this car that you wanted it to be?
Batmobile.
The Batmobile. So what we're doing is we're 3D printing out some fins right now. And then since we had to paint it black, we're going to be getting rid of course, the Corvette decals are gone, and we're going to be loading this thing up with some Batman themes. And then Chelsea's idea, she wanted to get rid of this and replace it with a Supercharged Playtime license plate. So we're going to be getting that set up as well. So as we go through and create the decals, we're going to trick this one out. Here's a general update. We've got the whole car painted, 3D printed out the fins for the Batmobile, made a little Batmobile license plate, and then add in some more emblems where we can. This over on the left side, this controls the headlights. So that little dash, and then I'm gonna be making another one over here with a throttle control. I got the voltage regulator that's gonna be showing up in a couple days, and next week the tires get in. So then, in the meantime, what we're just gonna do is finish dialing in some of the aesthetics, mount that, get that in place, the new license plate, and I think we're pretty much set until parts show up. All right, so I got the dashboard all set up. So let's walk through real quick. Left-hand side, this controls the headlights. So if I flip this on, lights go on. Now, what's cool about that voltage regulator that I picked up is we thought about it and thought it's the Batmobile, so it should have some cool features on the dash. So here, when you flip the power on, that's forward, flip it back, it's now reverse. That gets rid of this old thing that used to just sit right down here. The pedal is still gonna be the driver, but this is gonna be how you control forward and back, and then the speed. What's nice about this is here, it's at 5%. You can crank this up and have very, very fine control of the tires. So what's nice about this is if we're going on family walks, he'll be able to adjust the speed to match. And then what I just got to do from here is that simplified my wiring quite a bit. I'm going to clean this up, tuck this in, remount my pedal, and then we're really just waiting for the tires to appear. The new tires got in today, so what I want to do real quick is to talk about the wheel driver. Here's the old ones. This little component right here is called the wheel driver. They all seem to have like a similar coupling that goes directly into the gearbox, but the driver itself, this is how you clamp into the wheel to spin. So with these new tires, they're much bigger and they have a different driver. This one looks like this, so this goes in perfectly like so. Now we have a small problem that I just got to resolve, is when I put the new wheels in, I realized that I also need to cut out this small section for the wheels to have full clearance. And that was now kind of a pinch hazard. So what I'm doing is I'm 3D printing these little guards and screwing them in. That way there's no concern that clothing or fingers going to get pulled into the wheel well. All right, now that we're on the home stretch, we got the tires in here. And what you'll notice is that there's a bit of a cavity. The upgraded lock nuts that I got here, those are going to slide over, but there's really nothing for it to grab. So what I have done, let me pull this out a little bit, is I 3D printed this little cone shape and I painted it black. And the way that this works here is that this will slide now straight through here and it will align with that little bit of that little locking wedge it has. And then now I have made some of these plates, just chopped them out of some old aluminum. So now this can clamp down. And to make it look better, I got myself a Batmobile, or I'm sorry, the Batman signal, and put it right here in place. And then I slide this over. And once that's there, it's going to lock this in. And now that's placed. So as he drives around, we're going to have the little Batman logo on this, and I'm going to be doing it to the other side as well. And here it is. We have the Batmobile, the Corvette Stingray modified to be the Batmobile. We got all the tricked out elements. You've got the pinch guards mounted on the inside. You got the Batmobile in the background. We got the dashboard and all the Batmo insignias. The only thing that's left now is to give this thing a spin. Here, this one, straight through, that one, big turn, come back through those, and then up through these two. Okay?
That's the down, and that's
Yep,
the
so you're gonna go
up.
all the way around. It's a big circle, then you're gonna go back up.
That way.
Ready, buddy?
Down.
Ready? Set. Go.